Okay, ready for tutorial 2. This time we're making this brush right here. So I showed this one a little bit. Where are you? There she is. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Yeah. Okay. So this is how I made this brush. We're going to come over here. I'm going to import a photo. So this is a photo I just took of the trim. This is what it looks like. And see how close up this is? This is a good thing. This feels super, super wrong because it's like, well, Maddie, that's not the whole trim, but that's what we want for now. First step is we want to increase that contrast. So we're going to come in here again. We're coming up to curves. Dark, 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 dark. Bright, 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 bright. We want to wash out this image pretty well. Okay. The one thing we want to be careful of is I'm focusing on this one right here. I'm not focusing on this guy or on this guy. So I'm trying to get this one pretty close to white. And I don't care really how these ones look. Okay. This is where it gets a little bit weird. So we're going to come over here. We're clicking right on that image. We're going to hit reference. Reference is a fabulous tool. So what it's doing is we're referencing this. So if I come in here and I try to do a color drop or something, see how it's like referencing that image where that color drop should be? This is a super helpful tool for so many things, but we're going to use it kind of in a backwards way for now. And I'm referencing this. So I want to try to get this filled in. I'm doing that on a separate layer. This is really important. Separate layer. So I have my orange and I have this. Now I'm going to do the greatest cheater trick of all time. And I'm going to do a clipping mask on that orange. So, and I'm just going to hit merge down. Basically what I just did is that's like a super easy way to remove the background off of something where I'm trying to isolate a single object on this one. That's really, really helpful. With the rolling lace, I wasn't trying to isolate the lace. I was able to take that as a texture. This one we have to do something a little different. Okay, now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to just select the bit of the object that I want, okay? So I just came up here. There's that tool right there. Freehand selection, and I've just grabbed what I want. And I'm going to hit copy and paste. Okay, now I have a singular version of this little piece of lace right here. Look at him, so beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to hit copy. Now I come in, yeah, there's my one right there. I took a custom brush that I'd already made with a stamp. Let me find that one. So you want to take kind of a stamp brush already. So this guy is really, really great. This is one that I have already. So I'm going to duplicate him because I don't want to lose the original brush. I just want to get a new one. So I've taken it and I'm going to come down to shape right here. What is our shape source? It was this little image. Now it's going to be something else. So I come import, paste. There she is. Okay. But see, it's not doing the same thing because that one was a stamp. And I don't want this one to be a stamp. So I'm going to play around with this. I don't want any fall off. Okay, so that's where it is right now, but that's not quite right. I want to get it so my lace is lining up with itself. Okay, so that's pretty good spacing right there. You see how they're, oh, I don't have a way to zoom in, but my lace particles are right next to each other. I'm going to come in here and I'm actually going to, how can I make this bigger? Okay, we're not going to worry about it. It's fine. So I'm coming back over here to shape and I'm going to turn on rotation. Okay. Rotation is allowing it to follow the direction of my pen. Da, 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 da. So you can see that. I'll pull this out. When the rotation is off, they're all just coming on straight, which is fine for a lot of things, but that's not what I want. I really want it following my brush. So I'm actually going to bump this one to 100%. So now I take this. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh. Made my trim kind of small, so we're gonna fix that too. You see how that's following my brush, but they're lined up pretty close to what I had. Dun, 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 dun. A thing to know about this technique, if I try to take it the opposite direction, it's gonna put it upside down. So if I try to draw it right to left, I'm getting upside down trim. So you have to always be, the way you build the brush, you have to build it to be following one direction. It won't follow both. So this one has to always follow drawing left to right. See, look, now it's following. Ba, ba, ba. It's also following the canvas. So if I have my canvas turned like this, see, it's trying to level itself out. And now my trim is all kind of wonky, so you have to have it upright. And now it's following correctly, but it's trying to even itself out and balance itself when I have my canvas turned. So its thing is still starting this way, but it's going, okay. I'm hoping this makes sense, that you're like seeing this and you're being like, oh, okay. Okay, so my problem is, as I've got it working the way I want, I don't love the size of this. I need to make it bigger. So I just came over here into properties, maximum size, minimum size. So if you have a brush and you're like, I really need it to be big, da, 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 or you want to have a lot of options with size, it's good to set this up a little bit higher. And the minimum size, I always like to keep that pretty small. So now, if I have something all the way to max, look how big it is. But I also have the option to go teeny tiny, little trim. But yeah, so that's just how you mess with that. And that's how I made a follow lace trim, like that. Ta-da!